Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chieftains Stadium in Bascom, Ohio. We've got a brand new high school football season getting underway tonight. There you go. A little bit of crowd enthusiasm coming in as you see the Chieftains entering the north side of the stadium there. The band is ready to rock and roll with the national anthem here. In week one in Ohio, it's going to be a really interesting matchup. Kickoff's coming to you in about 5 minutes or so. We've got the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains welcoming the Lake Flyers for tonight's non-conference opener. More on that throughout the broadcast here. Hello, I'm Dominic Helmstetter. I've got Brendon Blott right here next to me, and we are glad to have you here at Heart of Ohio Sports. It's going to be a terrific night. We're going to take a pause as we go down onto the field to the Chieftain Marching Band. There you have it, the Chieftain Marching Band welcoming in the new football season for Hopewell-Loudon faithful here. Hey, they're coming off one of the best seasons in school history, 13-2 campaign. Took them all the way to the state championship in December. Came up just short, however, in that game. But the run established by the Hopewell-Loudon as one of the premier small football schools in the state of Ohio. It's staying nice and strong right here, Brendon. And I got to say, Hopewell-Loudon, new era tonight at Chieftains. They're moving over to the Northern 10, and they're going to do it right here. They're going to get it started right here behind the trusty leadership. Coach Calatrulio here built one of the most successful programs in the area.
Yeah, these programs really match each other philosophy-wise. Get into the trenches, get people moving. Coach Calatrulio does a great job with these guys over here year after year, constantly coming out, bringing out good football teams to come out here and compete for these fans. We haven't got to see a whole lot of the Lake Flyers, being a D4 school more towards Toledo. So this will be a good matchup for both sides here. Give a good look. For Hopewell, coming off the state championship, giving a little bit of a bigger team here, D4, but both sides match each other pretty well offensively. The biggest question would be the defense tonight.
Absolutely. Calatrulio, career record sits at 217 wins, looking to kick off this new season with number 218.
Exactly. And, this isn't a team that's going to wait until October to get things going. This is week one. This isn't a preseason. This is test number one. This is, I bet on it to say Coach College is sitting there that, this is not week one. This is playoff game one. We're ready for week one of the playoffs now. It
feels like he would say you cannot win in December until you start winning right now. Exactly. And this is where everything gets started. You want to get back to that state championship game and have another opportunity. It starts today, and the Lake Flyers are standing on the opposite side. Speaking of those Lake Flyers, they won the toss, deferred, and they will get the ball first in the second half. That means the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains, we're going to see that offense first, and oh boy, Brendon, is that offense something to behold. I mean, just you rattling off some names gave me goosebumps right before the broadcast. You've got number 17, Jacoby-Ellis, and then number 7 and 8, we've got 7, Brody Brickman, and number 8, Kellen Frankert, kind of that senior hub to this offense.
Yeah, and each one of those players last year stepped up for one another. Jacoby's great in the past game. Kellen had gone down for a week or a couple of weeks there with an injury. Brody steps into his role, does a great job stepping into his role, and here we go with the kickoff.
It's short, and it's going to give the Chieftains prime real estate there. as it's number 24, Nolan Hampton, who grabs it, walks out of bounds, and we get our first look at the Hopewell-Loudon offense here tonight.
Yeah, to build off of the Kellen and Brody, man, they just complement each other so well. Brody being able to go out wide, play one of those kind of tricky guys, get into some jet sweep, give him some open space to be able to move. Kellen's one of those, big running backs. You just give him the ball, let him eat behind these offensive linemen, man. And that'll be one of the big questions going into tonight, is seeing how this offensive line responds after graduating. All
right, it's going to be number 17, Ellis, who takes it from the shotgun here. He's going to hand it off. It looks like it's Frankert, as he is drugged down right at the 40-yard line. That's about a 3-yard gain for the Chieftains.
It starts simple. Give the ball to your back, let him eat. Let's test his O-line early. Give that defensive line a, taste of what's going to happen the rest of the night. And this is going to be a big test for both sides, as both being in them trenches.
And one of the things that we were talking about in terms of our keys to the game is trench warfare there. How well can Lake hold up against Hopewell-Loudon, but how much can Hopewell-Loudon impose their will? Here we go. It's going to be a fake, and it's going to be Ellis who keeps it and works his way up towards the 45-yard line, getting close to the first down marker. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Chieftains.
And it looks like they slipped in Brody Brickman there between plays. I didn't even see it either. Neither one of us having that 1-7 and then just the 7 jersey. I mean, honestly, as a defense, it's probably hard to pick that up as well. And Ellis had just walked right out to the huddle, and then he came back out. That's something to note. That could be tricky for other defenses trying to read. Jacoby is more of the passer.
All right, they faked me out. They can fake the Lake Flyers out. Brickman with the carry, about 3 yards on it, so it's 3rd and short here for the Chieftains. And it's going to be number 8, Frankert, who picks up the first down for the Chieftains. And moving those chains, you're going to hear that crowd jump in here shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, Kel does a great job here. They like doing that direct snap to the quarterback, just get it off to one side, get a blocker in front of them. And this offensive line, great job getting a good push and Kellen lowering that shoulder and getting that first down for him.
So it's Frankert who's gotten 2 of the 3 carries here, and he's made good on them, about 9 yards on those 2 carries, and picks up that first down here for the Chieftains, and they've got some momentum as we've got 10 minutes here in the first quarter clock from Chieftains Stadium in Bascom, Ohio. All right, Coach Calatrulio not happy with something down there, so they're taking a timeout down on the field. I think that gives us a chance to check in with our sponsors, and of course, that starts with Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, our pregame show sponsor. They're going to be with you all season long here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We also want to make sure we thank our full sponsor list here. We've got Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Clouse Construction, Riehm Produce Farm, City Barbecue, SS Cleaning Services, Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Forte Music, Adventure Driving, First National Bank of Sycamore, Vicek Orthodontics, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Feasel's Frame, Ohio Army National Guard, UIS Insurance and Investments, Till Death Tattoo and Piercing in Willard, and Rodgers Flowers. Proud sponsors here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Score is 0-0 at the 10-minute marker as Ellis connects with his receiver for the first completion, Chase Rogier.
Just a little pop pass, empty set. Nothing too special. The defense sagging off a little bit. Get a little, get that offense a 2nd and 3 rather than coming in at a 2nd and 10 there. Beautiful ball by Jacoby there.
Absolutely, and Ellis put it right on the numbers, about 8 yards there, so 2nd and short here for the Chieftains. Ellis, he's going to hand it off, and Frankert is just going to work his way up for another first down for Hopewell-Loudon. Woo, what a carry. That was about 12 yards on that one.
It's just the grit and grind here, like we talked about. It's going to start in the trenches, and right now, Hopewell isn't getting any, 15, 25, 30-yard runnings here, but, when you get that first drive of the game and you're just getting grinded out 4 yards, 5 yards, that's going to take a toll later on in that fourth quarter.
So Hopewell-Loudon, 2 first downs on this one, and they started at the 38-yard line. They've crossed midfield, and Ellis looking to throw it again, and they're going to keep this moving as it's Chase Rozier, who gets another Hopewell-Loudon first down as they're up at the 20-yard line.
It's just a balanced offense so far. You know, they're grinding them down, getting them there with a run, you know, pop a little pass here and there. It's been a great first offensive drive for Hopewell. I'd rather take this than have one of those big breaking plays that, you know, you never know how the rest of the game's going to go. Sustain this nice first drive, and it's looking great for him.
Rozier about 22 yards on 2 catches, both huge ones as they've resulted in first downs here. And Chieftains got them all spread out as Ellis dumps it off, and he's going to give it to number 7, Brody Brickman, who's going to work his way right up the middle inside the 10-yard line. And hey, guess what, Brendon? Another Chieftain first down.
Yeah, this is great. It's interesting to see. You know, Hopewell is known to have the defense or the offensive mindset of you know, grit and grind, run the ball, you know, grind the defense down. And here, you know, they're doing everything that they want at their own will.
First and goal for the Chieftains as we reach the 7:50 marker of the first quarter here. 0-0 from Bascom, Ohio. And we've got number 7, Brody Brickman, who's going to take the direct snap, run it off the left side. He dives forward, but it's going to be just short of the goal line. Brickman, a couple carries here on this drive, and he's looked pretty good. Want to make sure that we thank Riehm Produce, our Red Zone sponsor here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We've got second and goal from the 2-yard line here for the Chieftains, and it's going to be Brody Brickman again from the shotgun. And he's going to keep it himself, follow the blockers, and is he in? He is in. Touchdown, Chieftains. First score of this new season.
You know, we just talked before the game with, you know, Brody and Kellen and Jacoby, 3 different guys that can get the direct snap from the center. And I like to go Brody here, get the blocker out in front. Just that little running back, put it beside him, run behind that blocker, and it leads to 6. Looks like they're coming out for the 2-point conversion here, electing not to kick the extra point. Looks like I get a timeout from Lake.
All right. Well, Hopewell-Loudon, timeout down there on the field. 9 plays, 62 yards, resulting in a Brody Brickman touchdown, and that's how you start a very promising season if you're Coach Colatrulio.
Yeah, and on a great first drive. I mean, there was not a, you know, it wasn't too much run, wasn't too much pass. You know, they even got to that screen pass in there as well, you know, mixing it up. That was a great offensive drive to start the year for them.
Yeah, they had 3 pass plays and 6 running plays, and they, like you said, it wasn't heavy on one side or the other. They mixed it up really, really well and got what they wanted.
Yeah, and even some of those runs are just, you know, QB just getting the ball and going straight behind his line, getting those runs, you know. It's not a whole lot of pitches, you know, getting it east and west. It's really just getting that ball from the center and picking a spot and going.
The thing that I love, too, is how well they mixed in their personnel with that. Hard to follow up here in the booth. I can only imagine what it's like to be a Lake defender down there. All right, timeout. We're back, which means we're going to get this PAT again. Ellis from the shotgun. He's going to throw it, and he's going to hit Brickman. Brickman in. It's good. 2-point conversion. It is now 8-0. Hopewell-Loudon.
Yeah, the same thing right there. Get your man out in some space. A little screen pass off the right side. Give him some space behind the blockers, and they're already in. You'd like to be able to give Blake the credit of a bend but not break defense there, but you know, once you get down the red zone, then that's prime time. You can only let him go down the field so far before you got to be able to, you know, there's no more bending.
So Brickman, he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. 8 points up on the board. It is now 8-0. Hopewell-Loudon with the first quarter lead.
part of that identity is going to come in on this second drive here from Lake. You know, the defensive line may not have done the greatest of job that you would have liked out of them, but this offense can still come out here and put up points right back to answer for the Hopewell-Loudon score there.
Thing that I like is both sides very clean games so far, no penalties, it's not messy, and it is warm here, ladies and gentlemen, in Bascom, Ohio. We're up here in the booth, and we're just sweating buckets. It's 82 degrees. Feels like it's a lot more, a little humidity here, but it doesn't matter. The Bascom faithful coming out here supporting the hometown team. All right, kick is up and away, and it's going to be the Flyers. They take it up to the 30-yard line. It looked like it was Rodriguez, number 5, Julian Rodriguez, I believe. And that's also where this Lake Flyers offense is going to begin, right there, number 5, who just touched the ball.
Yeah, and this is no surprise for Rodriguez. This will be his 3rd year returning as a starter. He's comfortable in this offense, and the first thing we had talked about on this broadcast was identity for both teams. Yeah. Rodriguez is used to the identity for the Lake Flyers here, that nitty-gritty, run the football, put your nose down, north-south. Let's see what he can do today.
All right, they're going to dump it off to Rodriguez. Gets a catch. He's up, gets past a couple defenders. He's still going, and he's going to be drugged down at the 48-yard line. First down for Lake. Wow. You're talking about how he runs. We're not talking about how he can catch the ball.
Exactly, and Lake almost turns right back around and says, we can run our own screenplay of our own here. Get a good chunk of yards there. A couple of missed tackles, some great moves by Rodriguez, carrying a defender down with him.
About a 16-yard catch and carry there for Rodriguez as he gets a first down for the Flyers here. And they're going to try to pick up the yardage the traditional way, just power football right up the middle as they cross center field and taken down about the 47-yard line on the flip side.
And honestly, it looks like both offenses are just replicating each other right now. That was just a direct snap right to, and number 2. Just a direct snap right to him.
Okay, so Jackson Reimers, I mean, we were talking about it, and you're like, yeah, you got to watch him. He'll catch the ball, and then here, he's just running the ball.
Yeah, just straight direct snap. Taking a play right, again, out of Hopewell's playbook there.
Toss it to Rodriguez. He's going to take it around to the left side, and he's going to pick up a couple yards on that one right there. They'll bring up 3rd and short for the Flyers. So we're looking at about 3rd and 5 for the Flyers here as they're trying to respond after the Chieftains just went down the field 62 yards and punched it in for a score and the 2-point conversion. So they have that 8-point deficit. And you had mentioned this is a team, they only won 2 games last year. And I would like to think that you're building this up, and the score's not going to stick in your head and really get you behind the 8 ball.
No, especially coming into this year, there's not a whole lot you can do other than go up. A lot of these returning starters, from last year, and get things going.
Rodriguez gets the carry, and he's going to be close to that first down marker, but I believe the Chieftains were able to hold him short as it looks like the officials putting him at the 45-yard line, so they'll be about 2 yards short here on that one. So Rodriguez picks up maybe 2 yards, and we've got a 4th down decision coming for the Lake Flyers.
And this one being a big one, opening drive. You get this huge momentum on your side. You don't get this. You're giving the ball to Hopewell right by the 50-yard line and get their offense back out there rolling. So big decision here by the coach of the Lake Flyers to go for it.
And they are keeping that offense down there. And it's going to be Courier. Oh, man. False start there by number 32, Mason Kutchell, the tight end. And that might cost them the opportunity that they were hoping for, is Kutchell just stepped a little too quick.
Most definitely. And honestly, after seeing kind of the formation and what they were going with there, it makes you wonder if they were even going to snap the ball. If they had a wide receiver come in under center and kind of
could have been a hard count,
Exactly. Give a little bit of jump there, Worst case scenario, to call a timeout, punt the ball.
So the penalty is going to push back the Flyers, 4th and 8. as they're at midfield, and the punt team is down there, and they're going to kick it off. And Chieftains, they're getting ready to pick it back up. It looks like Mason York, and I can't see the other number. I think Brickman, as you see, it's just kind of swallowed up and going nowhere. I'm worried about who's going to catch it, and the ball's down on the ground.
There was nobody there to catch it other than the grass catching the punter after getting swarmed. Looked like just a low snap there. I mean, the punter had a great job of picking it up, getting it right off of a hop, but there was no time after that. As soon as he picked that ball up and got his nose up to, get that great kick, there was 2 defenders in his face. There was nowhere for him to go at all.
So nothing there. 3 plays, 23 yards. And one thing you were talking to me about, Brendon, special teams can win the game, but it can lose the game. And this is a really big special teams play.
Yeah, this puts them in a great spot.
Ellis throwing deep. He's got his man. It's Brickman again as he's inside the 20 with the Chieftains getting another first down.
Wow, way to just sit back in the pocket by Jacoby there and let the wide receivers get open downfield, patient with the ball. And it puts it in a great spot for just his wide receiver to go up and make a play. It wasn't really anything there for the DB that he could do other than maybe jar the ball loose on the way down. But what a great ball there by Jacoby.
And that was a big, big gain, as it was about 14 yards or so, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Brendon, but my old eyes may deceive me. But Brickman just kind of doing everything, catching it, running it, and now we see Frankert rumbles right up inside the 5-yard line. Another first down for the Chieftains.
And, I hate to say it over and over again, but, man, the trenches are just huge today. First drive, first game jitters, you can try to give them a little bit of leeway there. But, man, that Hopewell offensive line is getting great push up front, allowing Kellen to just be patient, follow his blockers. Not a whole lot of great straight speed with this Hopewell-Loudon offense, but they are patient runners and follow their blocks.
Yeah, and you're going to keep number 8 right there. Frankert, he's going to take the snap directly. Calatrulio going to let him finish it up. He hits the gap, dives forward. Is he in? Nah, he's just short.
Just short.
Yeah, inches shy of that goal line there, as they were hoping to get Kellen Frankert across for his own score. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
So we're having a jumbo package come out. I saw a lot of numbers through the 70 and 60s here. It's like a lot of guys being a push-up here. Let's see what they elect to do.
Yeah, Frankert, he's going to get the ball again, and they just want to let him finish it. Yeah, he's going to take it off to the right side, put his shoulder down. Touchdown, Chieftains. There you go. Chieftains are on the board again, 14-0 after they get their second score in a couple of minutes here. 1:43 on the first quarter clock, and the Chieftains are just showing us what it was like to be in their way last year. Let's be real.
Showing us what it was like to be in their way, and also showing the opponents this year what it was like to be in their way last year. So, great second drive. You start off, and a lot of that starts with the special teams. The defense gets you off the field, elects the punt. Your special teams go and does a favor for you by getting even better field position from that special teams play. And here goes Kellen again. 2-point conversion by Frankert. I think it was almost about the same play, just empty set with some blockers in front of him.
No question.
Found the gap, and I think that's going to be a second 2-point conversion now.
Yeah. So that's 2 points with 1:43, okay, in the first quarter still. We've got the Chieftains. They are up 16-0 over the Lake Flyers. We'll be right back here in Bascom, Ohio.
More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports. From their fields to your table, Riehn's Produce Farm's year-round custom produce boxes bring farm-fresh flavor right to your table. Veggies, meats, eggs, and more. Taste the difference of truly local. Riehn's Produce Farm, where fun grows. Order today at funacres.net. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports here from Chieftains Stadium in Bascom, Ohio, and it is the Hopewell-Loudon football team that has come ready to play here in week 1 of the OHSAA football season, and oh boy, have they put on a show here. They've had 2 drives here, Brendon. 9 plays, 62 yards, and a touchdown. The second drive, they made really quick work of it after they stopped a punt, and it was basically 4 plays, 30 yards, and a touchdown. So not much resistance here from the Flyers defense, which means it's the Flyers offense who is out on the field right now. They need to play catch-up.
Yeah, and they had the initial play of the drive was a big play, got them going, got a good chunk of yardage, came in, second play. That was that QB push right up the middle, get a little 5 yards, set you up for a 2nd and 5, but from there the offense stalled out. Hopewell was able to contain the edge on one of those outside sweeps, pushing the 3rd down, wasn't able to convert there, and you go to punt and you weren't able to do that, unfortunately. Tackled in the backfield, great position for the Chieftains, and as the Lake Flyers now you really want to stick to the identity, really, what's going to get this offense going, because a 16-0 deficit isn't exactly how you'd like to start the season.
Not at all. All right, so minute 38 here on the clock in the first quarter. They're starting up at a 33-yard line. They're going to fake it and throw it. Oh, mercy. Doesn't even matter who tried to catch it. All we know is the finish that the Chieftains defense put on the attempted catch.
And that's part of them week 1 jitters there. As a wide receiver. A little bubble screen to the outside, and all you can hear is those footsteps.
Yeah, number 2, Jackson Riehm. He heard the footsteps as he got walloped as soon as he touched that ball. Incomplete. And it's going to be 2nd down from that 32-yard line here. And, that hurts me.
And out of a DB, that was a big pop. You'd imagine that out of a linebacker. Reese Hoover covering out on the outside, coming in and making a big hammer down on Riehm.
It's going to be Rodriguez with the carry. Picks up 3 yards. That's his 3rd carry here tonight, and he's only got about 7 yards here. The really big difference for him is Rodriguez catching the ball out of the backfield, 16-yard pickup. That was the lightning in a bottle that they needed, but we haven't seen it since.
No, and that's exactly what it started with, is that lightning in a bottle, and then the bottle has been gone.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, pump fake, Lake looking up, rolling to their left. The big guy, he's moving here. Number 15, KJ Majors, he's going to run his way forward, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards or so, getting him close to the first down marker. So they're now at the 41-yard line, and they're facing another 4th down dilemma.
What, as a Lake coach, do you decide here are we going to put ourselves in this big of a hole early, or are we going to punt the ball here and hope we can get a stop on offense or on defense? But it's looking like he's keeping the offense out there now, try to avenge themselves after that hard count on the last drive.
Yeah, it didn't work last drive, which was pretty quick, 3 and out after the big play.
Kind of the same idea,
yeah.
And
they're trying to. I don't think they got it. No. If you look at the Chieftain players down there, yep, there's the official. Yeah. They didn't get it. All right. So that's a quick 3 and out here for the Flyers as they tried to get that 4th down, and they're 0 for 2 on 4th right now.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm pretty sure that was the same play that they had tried the drive before, but that false start had to scrap that play. It looked about the same, same concept, same formation-wise, as bringing out Riehm from out wide, bring him in under center, and there was no hard count on that one. It was as soon as he got under center, they went.
So they picked up 8 total yards on that one, and it's a turnover on downs as the Chieftain offense, who they've been rolling, they're going to be right back out there and try to keep that heat going. Whew, man. Yeah.
more than just a game. This is Heart of Ohio Sports. From their fields to your table, Riehm Produce Farm's year-round custom produce boxes bring farm-fresh flavor right to your table. Veggies, meats, eggs, and more. Taste the difference of truly local. Riehm Produce Farm, where fun grows. Order today at funacres.net. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Heart of Ohio Sports. Here we're in Bascom, Ohio, and the Chieftains, with a fourth down stop moments ago, got the ball back, and they're going for broke, as it was number 8, Kellen Frankert, who was trying to connect with number 4, Chase Rogier. Incomplete, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a good play to start the drive. Well, Kellen in the backfield every time. There's just been that QB straight, and it looks like the defender had a little bit of a bite on there. Roche is able to beat that outside, just a little bit past his paws out there on that pass.
Chieftains starting up at the 41-yard line after the fourth down stop at the end of the first quarter here, and trying to keep this going. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on offense, as it's going to be number 8, Kellen Frankert, who takes the ball for a very short carry, or a short gain there, and that'll bring up a big third down for the Chieftains.
You could hear the box. At least for me, I could hear it from the box. That Lake sideline, as soon as they saw Kellen keep that ball, it was keep. You can imagine, maybe that'll play effect later in the game, help out that defense.
Yeah, Frankert.
It's a good give and go.
Yeah, Frankert's got 7 carries, about 32 yards so far here through the first quarter of the game. So you're right, they're kind of keying in on him. That's why they're going to put Jacoby-Ellis, number 17, in there to toss the ball around. He throws it to Frankert. He gets it. 35 down at the 30-yard line, and that should be enough for a Chieftain first down. Just like that. If you can't have him run it, you throw it to him.
Exactly, and it was nothing too extremely drawn up there. A little just, put him in motion, kind of gave out on like a little flat, almost like a screen pass, but there was nobody that batted an eye to it, obviously, with the wide receivers running downfield, not wanting to give up that first down, but you can't keep your eyes off at the backfield.
First quarter for the Chieftains offense there, 9 plays, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Second drive, they had 4 plays, 30 yards, and a touchdown, both of them picking up the 2-point conversion, so they've been very efficient. Get to the point, and I think we're seeing a similar script here so far, as we're just a couple plays into it, and they've already marched inside the 30. Ellis looking to throw again, and Rogier, the intended receiver, just a little high, incomplete.
Just a little high there, and it's almost a pass that they had done earlier, I think, to the same exact player, Roche, over there. Just flip it on the opposite side. Just a little too high for him. Jacoby has a great arm, man. Came out real quick. As a wide receiver, that makes your job easier. As long as you can get to that open space, if you've got a quarterback that you can just put it on you, it makes your job a whole lot easier.
Oh, no question. All right, here we go. It's 2nd and 10. From the 30-yard line for Hopewell-Loudon. 16-0 lead with 10 minutes here in the second quarter, as it's going to be number 7, Brody Brickman, who's going to be taken down. No gain on the play. Third down for the Chieftains.
It's a great job by the linebacker, filling the gap there, following in behind Brody. He tried to just get, a little east and west there rather than the north and south they're used to, and the linebacker is able to stretch the field and bring him down in the backfield.
Brickman, 4 carries, 11 yards here in the first half. So a little bit more limited action, but he's also got 14 through the air, so active on both sides. Ellis from the shotgun, throwing it. Rogier got it down at the 20-yard line. That's going to be really close to the first down marker. Let's see where the official spot is. And are they going to give him the first? No, they're going to say he's about half a yard short. Yeah.
And either way there, great catch by Roche.
No doubt.
putting his body on the line, getting the defender on his back, kind of boxing him out. And again, a great throw by Jacoby. Put it on the money, let his receiver make a play, and here we go, going for it on 4th.
And number 4 has been the go-to receiver here for the Chieftains. That's his 4th catch. No touchdowns yet, but the night is young. The first down here, Brickman breaks through the center of that defense, close to the goal line, and they're going to say he's down about the 1-yard line. And oh, goodness, just like that. Woo! Your average is going to go up really quick.
For sure, and like you said, nothing too pretty, nothing too complicated, just taking the ball right, following his blocker right up the center. Looks like the same play here again.
Flag coming in from the far side of the field here after, I believe it was a 19-yard run by number 7, Brody Brickman on that last play. Let's see what this one's for.
Flew in late.
Yeah, they're going to say false start on Hopewell-Loudon. Their first penalty here of the half. So that's going to push them back a few yards. What was really a favorable place for them. They were at the 2-yard line. This is going to make it a little bit more challenging as they're now at the 8-yard line. Again, after the big catch by number 7, Brody Brickman. 8:30 here left in the first half. Chieftains with the lead. It's going to be number 8, Kellen Frankert. He gets the carry. He's going to pick up a couple on that one. It'll bring up 2nd down for the hometown team.
This is a great spot for Coach Calatrulli here. You just implement some of that red zone offense. You're up 16-0. Saying your first time in the red zone here. This is time you can pull out a couple of new plays here and there, give the defense a new look. And then there's also the same alternative is that he just gives the ball to the running back and lets him find the gap, which has worked so far. One of each for the running backs there with Brickman and Kellen. We'll see which one decides to put it in this time.
They got 7 plays here on this drive. They started up at the 41-yard line, and they're now inside the 5 looking to score again as it's number 8, Kellen Frankert. And he's in. Touchdown, Chieftains.
What a second effort by Kellen there. Frankert got hit about, I'd say, around the line of scrimmage by 2 guys, and he was able to deflect that hit and keep his balance and his momentum falling forward, stretching across the pylon.
And that's going to be Frankert's 2nd touchdown of the half. And an unusual thing is about to happen here, Brendon. They're going to kick a PAT here. They got two-point conversions on the first couple of touchdowns, and now they're putting the PAT up. It's through those uprights. It's good. That means your score right now is 7:34 left in the first half of play. Chieftains 23, Lake Flyers 0. All right, so those keys to the game brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore, Brendon. Hopewell-Loudon, let's just kind of go through a preliminary list that we had on this one. Hopewell-Loudon, can they establish the run early? Check. Can they win special teams? Check. Can they force turnovers? They've got one. Check. Lake, can you take care of the football? Maybe. Can you win that line of scrimmage? That's where it's at right there.
Survey says
nope. 8 plays on that last one here. I'm trying to, add it all up, but those explosive plays. The big one here, really, for me, was it was the run there by number 7, Brody Brickman, 19 yards inside the 20, really set him up for the score.
And that's one of the things with Lake, too. One of the keys of the game was hit some explosive plays. They start off the game with that 16-yard gain on that little screen pass to the running back Rodriguez. Past that, there hasn't been a whole lot of movement for him.
Kick is up away, and it's going to be number 5, Julian Rodriguez, who's going to be hit pretty quickly at the 20-yard line, taken down, and Lake is going to have a much longer road to go on this drive.
Let's see how Lake responds here. This is the 3rd drive. Going to be able to have to implement something here to give yourself some points on the board before going into halftime. So you know you get the ball at half. There's no rush here. You're not going to get all these points back at once. You know, establish a nice long drive here, go into the half, you know, with a little bit of momentum, and give this Chieftain defense some an answer here.
No question at all here. All right, 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line officially here. And they're going to run it off to the left side. No gain for the Flyers. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this Chieftain defense, they have looked good, swarming to the ball, and really stout up front. That line of scrimmage, we keep bringing it up. Probably more for the Flyers, but what about the Chieftain defense? They've looked great.
And it's been the name of the game so far, offensively and defensively for the Chieftains. You know, they haven't been beat on a whole lot of running plays on defense, and then on offense, obviously, they've been able to beat Lake on a lot of running plays. So, you know, that's some of them offensive, defensive linemen for the Chieftains here flirting with the City Barbecue Big Hoss boss. You know, maybe they heard about it, maybe heard the rumors, ready to get some barbecue.
All right, and it's going to be the quarterback there. He's going to rumble around. Major is going to be hit a couple times. He's going to lose yardage there as the Chieftain defense was just waiting for him. And, oh, gosh, I'm really starting to feel bad for number 15, KJ Majors, as he's just had a rough night tonight.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not really a whole lot of reflecting of how he's been playing. He's been poised in the pocket. I mean, right there, being able to evade all of those defenders, give himself a shot at least, you know, give himself a chance to get some, at least back to the line of scrimmage. And, you know, he's close enough, about 1.5 yards, 2 yards behind from, you know, versus where he was going to be about 7 or 8 yards behind. You know, he hasn't been a whole lot of relied on his shoulders. He's been doing well.
3rd and 11 for the Flyers as they're at the 18-yard line. Majors looking to pass. He's going to dump it off, and it's going to be caught, but the receiver's going to be dropped quickly back to the original line of scrimmage, and not much of a gain there for number 4, Hayden Hoodlebrink Stink. I'm not sure. He's got a big name, Hoodlebrink Stein. I think is it. We'll just say Stein. We're going to stick with Stein, guys, if we can agree on that. So number 4, Stein. I think that's the way to go on that one.
Another 4th down. Punt unit on the field.
I mean, it's, if anything, they're consistent. This is looking at the 3rd 3 and out. I've got 4. Sign? Yeah, I mean,
able to get it
it's
away
a high.
Least.
Yeah, Chieftains are going to get it at the 40-yard line, which is where they had it last time. They started on the 41 last drive, and well, they made some money on that one. So if anything, Lake, they're very consistent here. Start at the 32-yard line, 4 plays, 23 yards, 4 and out. Start at the 33-yard line, 4 plays, 8 yards, turnover. Start at the 19-yard line, 3 plays, short kick, Chieftains primo position. If anything, they've been consistent, and that's not a good thing right now.
And honestly, thinking about it now from you talking about that, I think that the Chieftains have almost started at midfield position, or if on the opposing field's position, almost every drive except for the opening kickoff.
Yeah, Chieftains have started at the 38-yard line, the 30-yard line, the 41-yard line, and the 40-yard line. Can't do it better than that.
No.
I mean, short field. And just like that, Chieftains first down, as it's Braylon Ramirez gets it and goes.
Just a nice little play-action pass, a little dump down. Give that big boy, the tight end, some space, let him eat. And it looks like he took down one of the defenders with him, plowed it over for a first down.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Not half bad for a tight end there.
Oh, not at all. So 4:40 here in the first half. Of course, we've got our halftime show coming up to you in about 4 minutes, so you want to make sure you stay tuned here. And, of course, our halftime show brought to you by Hope in Fostoria here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We're going to make sure we thank Hope in Fostoria for all your support all season long. Rozier with a nice grab as he's going to be in there about the 22-yard line. So that's a big one. That's his 5th catch here in the first half.
Yeah, he's definitely liked going over to him.
A nice 8-yard gain there for number 4, and here's a flag Been a pretty clean game. This one might be on Lake, and if it is, that's their second penalty here in the half. And it's going to cost them dearly because the Chieftains' offense has looked fantastic so far. But you give them an extra 5 yards inside the red zone or near it, that's not a good thing at all.
No, you start out with the field position, and then you get the big first down play, another first down play, and then you start out a new set of downs with, moving the ball forward is not exactly what you'd like.
Yeah, it's going to give them a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 for the Chieftains after the penalty. And, it's just incomplete as number 23, Adrian Pond, the intended receiver, not able to bring it in. So it'll be 2nd and 10. And I see another flag down on the field. I'm not sure if the official just dropped it or if we're going to move it around. Yeah, the PA is saying it's a flag, so I guess it's legit. Yep, and that's another one on Lake. So 2 consecutive penalties here. Very, very costly as you've got the Chieftains picking up 10 free yards. And now they're at the 13, we'll call it the 12-yard line here. And, oh, boy, they're just making it easy. No pushback, just giving it to them at this point.
And that's not what you want to be doing with an offense moving like this right now.
So it'll be 1st and 5 after the Chieftains pick up 10 yards on 2 consecutive penalties by Lake. And you're going to have Ellis connect with number 7, Brody Brickman. And he's in for another score. Yep. Just like that. It's becoming routine. The fans are like, oh, yeah, another touchdown. And this time it's Brickman. It's his 2nd touchdown of the half. So it's been the Brickman and Frankert show, both of them 2 touchdowns here in the first half, and they've just made it look easy.
It's just sharing the wealth, man. Neither of them being selfish. Here, you know what? How about this drive? I'll give you a chance. And they're like, no. How about this drive? I'll give you a chance. Splitting the pill evenly. And another PAT put up.
So after the latest touchdown for the Chieftains, we've got Hopewell-Loudon 30 and the Flyers from Lake 0.
But yeah, start of the games, getting up in the booth, me and you just talking about the game. Obviously, Brickman and Frankert were one of the main 2 names talking about Hopewell. And tonight, Brickman and Frankert have been one of the main 2 names and the main 2 guys with, like I said, splitting 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 30-0. That's what you need to know here. So that one was that was a little weird. Okay, so they started at the 40-yard line and they had 30 yards. 10 yards came from penalties, though.
And that's not the place you want to give that up to an offense that's
not at all
on fire.
So it's interesting to read it. But as we mentioned earlier, starting field position for the Chieftains has been absolutely extraordinary for them. And that goes back to those special teams and that key to the game that we mentioned. You don't give a deadly team like this great field position. They don't even know what it's like to have a sustained drive of 50 yards or more.
No, and the only one that they have is just that opening kickoff, just that opening drive, and what a place to start it.
It was 41 yards. Oh, darn.
Yeah.
The longest drive of the night. But you're right.
It's been a good night for them so far. Hopefully keep that momentum going in that second half. Now for Lake, man, you'd like to be able to get something going here to give you a spark getting the ball, but it does not look like it's starting now.
Yeah, but 2nd consecutive kick there. Chieftains kick it. Rodriguez catches it. They bottle him up, down immediately. A 2nd straight time that they've done that. So the Flyers in desperate need of a little momentum here before halftime. Now they will get the football first in the second half. They won the coin toss, deferred to receive until the second half. So I guess that's a good thing, but you've got 3.5 minutes. You got to make something of it here, Brendon. You got to get some points on the board. Doesn't matter if it's just 3 or 2 or whatever. You got to get some points on the board because then you get the ball back in the second half.
You got to have some type of momentum here.
Yes.
Something to start, something to build off of going into that second half.
All right, they're looking to pass it. It's going to be Rodriguez who catches it, and he makes his way for about a yard there as they started up about the 16-yard line. And he gets just a short amount of space there. So that's Rodriguez, his second catch tonight. First one was a huge one early on in the first quarter. That one, nobody was fooled on it. So it'll be second and long here for Lake. Inside the 3-minute marker here. Again, you want to make sure you stay tuned here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We got our halftime show coming at you from Hope in Fostoria. I want to thank our halftime sponsors as the toss is over. It was Majors trying to connect with number 6, Rolino Maya.
Not a bad play there. Almost kind of a little bit of a, hide the ball by his hip. It had me fooled. I thought they had ran the ball, but a little play-action rollout. Just not the best ball put on the receiver, but there was the defender right there as well, so that's a hard pass to make going towards that sideline.
.243 left in the first half of play here from Bascom, Ohio. 3rd and 9 for the Lake Flyers. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be Rodriguez. He's going to be taken down right around that line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go up to the 20-yard line. That'll bring up another 4th down for Lake. 0-2 on 4th down conversions so far tonight. They've tried. It just has not worked. I imagine they're going to punt it away. And Hopewell might be challenged if they can get that punt away because they might have to go and have one of their drives be longer than 41 yards.
And let's not get ahead of ourselves here. The return mans are set up about the 50-yard line. So
okay,
even if they get a yard, they could still spoil themselves to be past the 50-yard line.
It looks like Brickman and Hoover, number 1 and 7, about midfield for the Chieftains. So you're right. I stand corrected. I'll bite my tongue for a moment and see if you're right.
And we can't get too ahead of ourselves here. We got to get the punt off.
All right.
Clean punt.
We got to see it before we say it. Okay, clean punt. It's going to hit at the 42-yard line, bounce up, stop at the 45. So I was right. They have a long drive of 45 yards coming ahead.
And honestly, great time for it. You got a minute 40 here left on the clock. Great time to, get that 2-minute offense. You're up 30. There's nothing that pains you here trying to run that 2-minute offense. Get a little gamble. Play a little more aggressive house style with a closer game. So this is a great opportunity for the Chieftains here. Just, as an offense as a whole, football at the 45-yard line, looking to attack.
It's okay. Now, we got to talk about this Chieftain defense, though, because they've been doing some work. The last 2 drives Lake have had 2 3-and-outs, and they've got a whopping 2 yards combined on those 2 drives. That's doing it right there as Ellis is able to connect with, it looks like, Brody Brickman, number 7. Yep,
right.
It is. Brody Brickman, another catch, his second here. And that's good enough for, is that 12 yards or is that more?
It looked like it was enough for a first down.
It's a first down. We'll call it 10 yards. So Brickman, second catch of the night, another 10 yards, 24 total here in the first half. Of course, he's got 2 touchdowns running the ball, so he does a little bit of everything. Ellis slinging it.
Ooh, back to it.
Yeah, it looked like number 4, the intended receiver there, not able to bring it in.
And that's his favorite target, man. He's been going that 4 all day. I think it's Chase Roche.
Yeah, he's got 5 catches so far here in the first half. He's got enough yards where I can't count straight and add it up. I mean, how's that for you?
Well, maybe that's something we can do at halftime,
He's got close to 50 yards so far in the half.
He's having a good night.
Yeah, he's doing all right. 5 catches, about 50 yards. That's a good start to the game.
Can't complain.
No,
Week 1.
Well, especially when you only start at the 40-yard line every time.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a limited amount of opportunities. So here we go, 2nd and long for the Chieftains. And Ellis connects with number 7, Brickman. And Brickman is going to run out of bounds. It looks like he's right at the first down marker. Do they give it to him?
I don't think they did.
I think they're going to say short. And it's like, yeah, give me 2 more inches.
Yeah, it was close.
It's literally, it's going to be 3rd and like half a yard, okay? Come on, give a guy a little love out there, guys.
I think that the guys out there are giving themselves enough love. I don't know if they need any love spread, I think the refs are like, okay, gotta give them a little bit of a challenge here.
Sure. Defense isn't. Oh, sorry, didn't say that out loud.
It's always second half.
3rd and 1, a minute 10 here, and it's going to be a handoff to number 8, Kellen Frankert. And he's going to get a first down. So he got the yard that they needed.
And like I said, it's been a split amount of carries here and split amount of love between Brickman and Frankert, and just sharing the yards, sharing the opportunities back and forth. You know, they're like, we'll give number 4 Roshi a couple passes here or there, make him look good, but once we get down to the red zone, give me the ball, and we'll make sure we get in there for 6.
Yep, so a minute 5, all right. So the Chieftains, they're moving along pretty good. I believe it's 3 plays here on this one. They got a couple of first downs. It hasn't taken them much, so it's a chunk yardage. They've looked pretty good here. If we're adding things up, I think I might have missed a first down because I'm looking at this, and it's like 8 first downs here in the first half. It feels like that's a low number, though.
It feels like it's low, but honestly,
I don't know.
Position given, you know, big chunk play after chunk play.
We're going to go back to the studio here and get our statistical analyst, Connor Roush. He's going to get some numbers for us and clarify this because that just cannot be right.
It's almost going to be like a late night with Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah, you know it. We'll get those straight for you. But as it stands, our unofficial count, 8 first downs. Now, of course, that last drive, it's a little blip on the record book because they got first down
with free first down.
Yeah, they got a free first down, so we can't count that technically. And those 10 yards can't put it towards their total penalty yards. We want to save everybody. All right, Ellis deep. Did he get it? Oh, wow! What a great play by the defense there. And he's flexing. Yep, yeah, he's flexing back there. Good job. By that Lake defender. And look, he should be very proud, but I'm just saying. The old football coach would say, check that scoreboard first. All right.
Like I said, you got to have something to get you going in the second half, and whether or not it be an overthrow as a DB, sometimes you got to get started somewhere.
Maybe a touchdown.
Yeah, that would be nice as well.
Something.
You got to start somewhere, though.
All right, so with the pass breakup there, 2nd and 10 for Hopewell-Loudon at the 25-yard line here. Ellis looking to throw it again. He's going to go right back to number 15, and it's going to be Pierce who gets it, taken down at the 12-yard line. That should be a first down. So I believe that's the 5th play here on this drive as they are moving along. 54 seconds. Calatrulio want to make sure his men stay sharp on this one. They have been a perfect 4 for 4 so far. And they started up at the 45-yard line, and they are now up inside. They've made their way about 30 yards so far, and they're looking to cap off a perfect first half here, which so far has led them to a 30-0 lead over Lake.
It looks like they're a little extended break here going into half. The Chieftains aren't complaining about it, I can tell you that.
Media timeout? They do that in the college levels. The basketball game's wild. They have media timeouts left and right. Incomplete pass, and it looks like the intended receiver there was Sam Humphrey.
Now we're getting a mix of guys out there as the wide receiver core. We've seen a lot of different faces, different routes.
No doubt.
We have a combination of like 5 different guys out there.
Mm-hmm. Sam Humphrey, he was the intended receiver there. We had Sean Pierce, number 15. So a couple of the younger guys. Yeah, a couple of juniors getting in on it.
Yep.
So that's good to see.
As well.
Yeah, definitely. So 2nd and 10. And Chieftains at the 12-yard line or so. 44 seconds. Ellis high snap, dumps it off. He's going to get it to a reliable Brody Brickman. And number 7 is going to work his way up. Second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Chieftains!
Brickman said, it's my turn. Let me go back to back.
Yep.
You know, it was Brickman, and then Franker, and then Franker, and then Brickman, and then now we got Brickman. Does it go back to Franker the next time is the question.
Yeah. Maybe. So, boy. So with 36 seconds left in the first half of play, it's number 7, Brickman, who gets his 3rd touchdown. PAT pending here, and that is good. So PAT is good, and the Chieftains have now extended their lead 37-0 over the visiting Lake Flyers.
I think that's 3 for 3 on extra point attempts here by the Chieftains after getting those first 2 two-point conversions.
Yeah, what's up with that? I mean, they just practicing both sides of the special teams here.
You might as well.
I mean, it's
this ain't a bad time to do it.
2-point, PAT. Yeah.
It's a good way to mix it up. Stay balanced. Never let the defense know what's coming.
Right. I don't think it matters.
Not sure.
36 seconds. 1st and 10 coming at you here in a moment for the Flyers. Again, make sure you stay tuned here. Heart of Ohio Sports got a halftime show coming up to you in moments. Of course, our halftime show brought to you by Hope in Fostoria, one of our many amazing sponsors that help keep this broadcast streaming to you live and free. You can go to YouTube. You can go to HeartofOhioSports.com and check it out. And, of course, check out all of our media coverage. Heart of Ohio Sports. We've got TikTok. Those are funny videos. We've got X, which used to be Twitter. And we've got Instagram and all the things going on out there, guys. So make sure you check us out at HeartofOhioSports.com. It's going to be number 5, Julian Rodriguez. He's going to get a little bit of a return taken down at the 23-yard line. And this is where the Flyers are going to come back out with 30 seconds left in the first half. Looking ahead here, we've got the Fremont Ross visiting at Tiffin with the Tiffin Columbian football team. Of course, that's on the Adrenaline stream. You can go check that out after we're done calling an amazing game here at Bascom, Ohio.
It's 13-7 Fremont.
So the score is 13-7 at halftime. Fremont is leading the Columbian Tornadoes. Of course, they've got a new head football coach in Tiffin. So new regime, new league for them as well. And that's something we got to cover here with Hopewell-Loudon as they join the Northern 10. It's just they're mixing everything up here in Seneca County.
Yeah, and, Coach Otney, is not an unfamiliar face over there with the Columbian staff for football, being the offensive coordinator last year. So, hopefully get things rolling, just pick things up right where they left off last year.
So Flyers just picked up 4 yards a moment ago. And 25 seconds left in the half here. Okay, they're looking to pass it. Going to dump it off there to Rodriguez. And he's going to work his way up. First down as he's taken down at the 41-yard line. And that's a big one. That's their first down. I take that back. That's their second first down of the afternoon here. And Rodriguez, he got both of them.
Mm-hmm. And the same exact plays as well. Just get a screen, get your lineman moving upfield.
No question. The first time he got that first down, first drive, about 16 yards on the catch. I think that was, close to 12 yards on that one right there. And the Flyers, that seems to work, able to dump the ball off to number 5. And Julian Rodriguez, he's just got great vision. He's able to work his way in and out of the defense. And this Chieftain defense has been swarming. They just look really great. But those are one of those moments where you see a glimmer of what could be for the Flyers football team.
Yeah, and Rodriguez, running the ball in the backfield hasn't been much of anywhere to go. But you give him the ball in space, man. He's not a huge guy. He's not a huge guy. He's not 6 foot, not the 6'2" running back, but he's a little guy that's shifty, and he's still bouncing off of tackles, maintaining that balance. So he's nothing to be fooled with. 17
seconds left in the half here. Flyers get the football back first in the second half, so we want to make sure we keep that in mind. See what they can do. Go for broke here. What do they have to lose? Flags flying from both sides of the field, and they're looking to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's caught. Jackson Reimers, who comes back for the ball, catches it at it looks like the 38-yard line across midfield, but what will these flags do to that amazing catch?
I'm not sure, but it looks like the Chieftains think it's on them, apparently.
They're backing up, yeah.
And it's on the offense, actually. It's going to be a false start.
Goodness. Yeah, false start. So that is the third penalty for Lake. And the first 2 penalties kind of helped the Chieftains score an easy touchdown. And this penalty takes away a huge gain and pushes them back a little bit further. So they're now back to the 36-yard line, 8 seconds. Not a lot you can do.
No. And that's just a drive killer, whether or not they could have scored any points in 8 seconds, that's that momentum I talked about earlier. Bring that momentum in the second half and give yourself a chance. Don't come out flat.
Looking to pass it, slinging it. Got his man, Rodriguez. Oh, goodness. Rodriguez upended by number 23, Adrian Pond. Woof, what a hit. Just cut him down.
That's one of the plays you hold your breath.
Oh, ouch.
Great hit, and he goes.
Man. Rodriguez. All right. I got to do some math here, and I'm hurting after that hit. All right. That was a big catch, by the way. We don't want to detract from that. It looks like, what, is that about a 15-yarder?
15 to 20 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty significant one. All right, we're going to have to double-check that, but that'll be Rodriguez's fourth catch here, and we'll call it 16 yards there. So, he's looking at close to 50 yards receiving alone, and then you kick in. Of course, the rushing's been hard. It's been really difficult. He's got 7 yards there, but, he gives it a good go, the good try. But he's really been a deadly receiver here for the Flyers. 1st and 10, 3 seconds left in the half. And this should be the last play for the Flyers as they're going deep, and overthrow, and it's Pond again punishing the receiver, Reimers, as he's hit mid-air. Ball incomplete, and that's the end of it here at halftime. Your halftime score, Chieftain Stadium from Bascom, Ohio. It is the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains 37, Lake Flyers 0.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
At Yanich Oral Surgery in Marion, they specialize in dental implants and advanced oral care, all in a welcoming, state-of-the-art environment. Restore your smile. Renew your confidence. Visit YanichOralSurgery.com. At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today.
Getting your license is more than passing a test. It's learning the skills to stay safe every time you hit the road. At Adventure Driving Academy, experienced instructors prepare new drivers with the knowledge, confidence, and behind-the-wheel training they need. Adventure Driving Academy. Let your adventure start with us.
Prevent opioid and stimulant misuse in your teen sports journey. Keep all medications locked and only use them as prescribed. Talk openly about the dangers of misusing painkillers and stimulants. Work with healthcare providers to find safe alternatives for pain and focus. Protect their future. Prevent misuse. Visit carsa.org for prevention tips and community resources.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
Discover your passion for music at Forte Music in Tiffin. Whether you're looking for lessons, instruments, or accessories, Forte Music offers everything you need to take your sound to the next level. From beginners to experienced musicians, they've got you covered with expert guidance and top quality gear. Forte Music, where music lives. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
forget about the live read. So I know we got, I think the pit boss, and then like the cleaning, like Shelby cleaning. He texted us about it. I think this is live.
In the 1940s, the streets of New York City were filled with the sounds of immigrants from Cuba and Puerto Rico, who blended their complex Latin rhythms and Caribbean rhythms with the traditional American jazz to create the musical style known as Afro-Cuban jazz. We continue our show with the song Le Sueto de los Tantos. In the 16th century, Spain sent explorers known as conquistadors to Central and South America to colonize and exploit the land for the Spanish crown. Our final song for tonight's show tells the story of one such explorer. Combining the musical stylings with Spain with those of the native populations of Central America, we close our show with El Conquistador. marching band is under the direction of Sam Moran, Sherry Van Deen, and Tom Maha. Thank you to all our fans, parents, and the local school board, and our administration. Have a great night, and remember, go Flyers!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains marching band to the field. Tonight we present to you a tribute to the ultimate hitmaker, Bruno Mars. We will kick off the show with the fast-paced, high-octane energy and roaring drive of Runaway Baby.
Hello. That's right, I did not find her. I'd imagine he didn't bring JV, which makes sense.
Alongside Bruno Mars, the band pushes gears to bring you the effective pop rock beat and irresistible hook of the global duet sensation, Aquatoire.
I'm also
out for her choreography work.
Well, I think it's, I'm literally right in front of her.
You're gonna come down with her. Unless you guys are about to start.
We don't like, we got
Hey, I am 2 for 2 so far into running clocks going into the second half.
I was talking to Steve Sewell, because we did radio 4 years together. And he's our AD, or assistant AD. Yeah. And Steve, and it's, so he was like, you had a long time. Maybe you're still doing I don't think I've been here, though.
What? That sounds. You're the only high school adventure that does that.
I know.
That makes you special, but not in a good way. Oh, it's turning. Let's go.
All right. Let's start with our player spotlights. We did not do that. We'll take this away. Let's start with our player spotlights. We did not do that. That'd be a great chance to bring up status. So Brendon, 5 carries, 30 yards, 3 catches, 33 yards, 3 touchdowns. Blott, but then
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Discover your passion for music at Forte Music in Tiffin. Whether you're looking for lessons, instruments, or accessories, Forte Music offers everything you need to take your sound to the next level. From beginners to experienced musicians, they've got you covered with expert guidance and top quality gear. Forte Music, where music lives. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Good evening. Welcome back. It's week 1 of high school football here from Hopewell-Loudon and in Bascom, Ohio. And, oh, boy, have the Chieftains put on a show here, Brendon. Dominic, Helmstetter, Brendon, Blott, and we've had one heck of a football game here. Your halftime score is 37. That's right. You heard it right. 37-0. The Chieftains have come out blazing hot, really picking up where they left off last season.
Yeah, and it looks like they haven't skipped a beat. You know, obviously they're losing the seniors from last year that made a big difference on the team, but as of right now, there hasn't been a whole lot of holes that I can point out that's like, oh yeah, that's somewhere that somebody else was playing there last year. I mean, both sides of the ball have came out and done a great job on offensive line, skill players, quarterback. I mean, everything. They've had the whole package going today.
Absolutely. All right, we got about 2 minutes here before we kick off the second half, and the Lake Flyers, they're going to get the football back first in the second half. But before we get into all of that stuff, we got to take a look back here. Our player spotlight, brought to you by Vicek Orthodontics here, is none other than number 7, Brody Brickman. Okay, oh my goodness, is he had a night. 5 carries, 30 yards, 3 catches, and 33 yards, and not 1, not 2, 3 touchdowns for the Chieftains. And, you know, he is not alone as number 8, Frankert. He's come in 9 carries, 38 yards, 1 catch for 10 yards, but those carries are really where it's at. He's punched in 2 of his own.
Yeah, and a lot of those carries, you know, going in the beginning of that game, they weren't for those big chunk plays like you'd imagine with the score being 37-0. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of 20-yard big games on the runs. It was, you know, that wear and tear, chip them down, you know, 4 or 5 yards first down, 4 or 5 yards first down. So, you know, they've had the wear and tear of that, and then you have Brickman out there, you know, a little bit of a more east and west, be able to get some room,
absolutely,
give him some space, and he can make some magic happen. And, you know, today it's been 3 touchdowns, so there's been a whole lot of magic going on.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports here, our Hope in Fostoria halftime show, and it's been all Chieftains here tonight. 37-0 is the halftime score, and we're about to get kicked off here in a little bit. But, you know, one thing that we talked a little bit about, our keys to the game, of course, we talked about special teams, and check this out. The average starting place for the Chieftains has been pretty darn good. They started at the 38-yard line, the 30-yard line, 41, 40, and 45-yard line. That's not a bad place to start when you never have to worry about crossing midfield all half long.
And you cannot give an offense like this that free range to be able to start every single drive, you know, with an advantage. You know, week 1, obviously, you know, you think there'd be a little bit of sputter going on in the offense, you know, a little less momentum, but it hasn't been that way today. The Chieftains have been, I think whether or not if they gotten the ball on their side of the field or Lake's side of the field, I don't think it's really mattered a whole lot. And, you know, still a lot of production going on.
One of the graphics that we had up there on the screen just moments ago, last year the Chieftains averaged 31 points. And it's incredible to think that they might be just a little bit better this year, especially a team that went to state.
Exactly. And, you know, the more points, the better. But the biggest thing right now is that it's that number, the points per game, but still that defense is held them to a 0.
Yeah, 0 is right. So you flip it onto the other side, Lake, they've had 5 drives. 4 plays, 4 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays. The last 3 drives have gotten a combined 5 yards.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding for him for sure.
It's just not a lot going on there. All right, so Flyers get the ball first here in the second half, so I have a chance to see what this offense is doing. Of course, the catalyst to this offense, number 5, Rodriguez, Julian Rodriguez to be specific here. He's got 4 catches so far here in the game, close to 50 yards. Not much on the ground. Of course, nobody for the Flyers have really gotten a ground game going here. And again, coming back to our keys, you said, hey, that ground game, the trenches, how are they going to control it? Well, so far, the Chieftains have been controlling it.
Yeah, and that week 1, you really want to stick to your identity, and obviously the Chieftains have been able to stick to theirs, but it looks like the Lake Flyers haven't been able to stick to their identity a whole lot here. And as I can't even get the words out of my mouth, and it's tackle for a loss there in the backfield by Brody Brickman.
Yeah, just like that, Brickman bricked it. All right, he has dropped him right there. 1 yard loss. It'll be now 2nd and long for the Flyers, and all that optimism coming into the season. You'd like to say last year's 2-win team is last year's team. We're growing, we're improving, we're getting better. And I know I was even saying, hey, Coach Calatrulio, non-conference game. It's going to be a real test for this Chieftains football team. And we've had nothing but answers for the Chieftains and questions for Lake.
Yeah, and it's been far from it. I mean, you know, even going into this game, you know, expect the team being a couple divisions ahead of them, you know, have a little bit more bruisers, you know, bigger guys, but the Chieftains don't look like they're playing a whole lot outside of their division here tonight. As you know, even the offensive line for the Lake Flyers, you want to be able to tell if they did have, you know, much larger guys out there, because they've been getting dominated on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 to be exact, from the 31-yard line here for Lake as they're looking to make something of it. Flags flying everywhere, and that's going to be a pass breakup. Excellent defensive effort there by Sam Humphrey, number 10 for the Chieftains, as he just worked his way right around that receiver, knocked it away. Although it may not matter because I think the receiver jumped a little bit. He turned it up before he needed to.
They gave him a second to try to be able to make a play, but I think I agree with you. I think it was going to be a false start on whatever motion. I think almost the receiver got too far upfield before the ball was snapped.
I'm not sure who that was. Was that?
It looks like it was. I think it was number 2.
Okay, so that was Reimers then. I was thinking it was Hayden Stein, number 4, but
I can't
both
see.
of them, they're shorter in stature. I mean,
there's not a lot of guys that really stick out across this Flyers offense. Most of them have about the same build.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at 2 guys that are 5'8" and 5'9". So Stein is 6 foot technically, and 5'8". Shorter guys, smaller guys is the whole point here. So it's actually going to be a penalty on the Chieftains. That's their second penalty here in the game. I mean, to be honest with you, first one in the half as they're going to give those yards to the Flyers. Now it's 3rd and 3 as they're up to the 36-yard line here. They're going to hand it off to Rodriguez. Nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped right where he started. He might give him a half a yard. So it's going to be 4th down. And what we learned about the Flyers team is they were 0-3 on 4th down attempts there. One of them actually turned into a terrible punt that led to a short field for the Chieftains. So they just have not had any luck here with 4th down.
And, still, just looking at it now, even if you do punt here, and it doesn't look like they're punting here.
No. Why would you punt?
Yeah, and that's the dilemma you got to go through, because if you don't get this, then you're giving the ball right back to them.
They are literally at the point of the average starting place for the Chieftains in the first half anyway, so why not toss it? And there you go. You got to catch, and it's going to be Reimers. He's still going. 25. He's going to go in. Number 2, Jackson Reimers with a huge touchdown grab, and that is 63 yards to the house.
Well, that's exactly what they need is starting off this second half. You come down 4th down, and everybody thinks that you're just trying to get that little chunk of yardage. It looked like a little pump action play, a little double route there, double move route, and broke it open over the top. And even on top of that, breaking a tackle, keeping the balance up and still being able to score. That's one of the guys to look for in the Lake Flyers offense this year. We had talked about before the game, one of the returning wide receivers, the senior.
So they get their first touchdown here of the night with 7:23 in the 3rd quarter. And just like that, Lake has got a little life as it's number 4, Reimers, with a huge 63-yard touchdown catch. Well, the 2-point conversion, no good, so it's going to be 37-6. Hopewell-Loudon still leading Lake Flyers. All right, Brendon, hey, let's take a quick look around the area here. We've got a lot of fantastic games going on in Week 1 of Seneca County. What do you got for us?
Obviously it's a little later on now. Scores might have changed now. We're in the 3rd quarter, but last I had taken a peek, Margaretta was leading the Mohawk Warriors 15-7 at halftime. Marion Local was up 21-0 on Cary. Fremont Ross over on the extreme, on the extreme is going to be 13-7 with Fremont Ross taking on Tiffin Columbian. Then we got Gibsonburg was up 21-20 against Seneca East at halftime, and then we had Upper Sandusky up 21-7 against Northmore at halftime.
All right, there you go. A little action in the area, of course, on our sister station there. The other guys, okay. You got the Columbian game, their first game of the season, kicking things off. Always a great one against Ross. I've had a chance to go to that one the last several years. It's just been so much fun to watch. They just battle it out. 2 teams very familiar with one another. And Hopewell-Loudon, they're going to have a lot of familiar faces as they shift to Northern 10 themselves. You got those area schools. You got Colonel Crawford, you've got Mohawk, Seneca East, some very close familiar faces, but they've got some good teams as you've got, oh my gosh, I am at a loss for words because a short kick caught by Lake, and it's number 13.
And I'm not sure
Garrett
if it went
Twig.
far enough. I don't think it went far enough.
Garrett Twig caught it in the air. It was very, very close.
That was a well-placed kick by the Lake Flyers kicker. Fooled me. I thought he was just kind of getting a little squib kick towards that side of the field.
And you see the officials down on the field talking about it, and they're asking the same question you just mentioned here on air. And you can see Coach Calatrulio down on the sideline. He literally stepped out 5 yards into the field, kind of like, hey, talk to me. And they don't want to talk to him because there is a flag at the H midfield. So we're going to see what happens.
And there we go. I think it's going to be on Lake.
Yeah, they're going to say he got it too quick, too early.
And,
it's going to be Chieftain ball.
Talking about field position here.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So what turned out to be a really exciting possible onside that Lake caught, may have caught it a little too early, so the flag is going to be on them, and the Chieftains are going to get the football. It's just a matter of where.
I mean, and nonetheless, too, what a great kick by the Lake Flyers kicker, man.
I wasn't ready for it.
No, I wasn't either. I wasn't expecting it, and the fact that there was like perfect timing play. The gunner was right there in position, and you could have put it in a better spot for him.
I think they were listening to our broadcast and heard us talking about their special teams, and they're like, I got one for you.
Yeah. And it was well, like I said, well-placed kick.
Very, very well done,
And I want to say, if they would have gotten maybe 2-3 more yards, things got to go past the 45. They got 2-3 more yards on that, man. It was going to be beautiful because they had already got up to almost the 30-yard line.
And the amount of yards he picked up after the catch, too, was the thing. It is gorgeous. All right. So it looks like maybe the 47-yard line, perhaps. That's where it is now. I think they're going to tack on a few more. So, again, the Chieftains do not know how to function on offense when it comes to 50 yards or more.
They don't want to. It's almost like royalty.
It is. What was that average again? Oh, yeah, let's put it there. Okay.
They're going to add it to it.
Like, literally, it's like 15 yards that they just added. So they are going to start at the 38-yard line. That is the 38. The 38-yard line. Again, the average place that they've started here is about the 38-yard line. 38-yard line there.
That's why you do the numbers.
That is.
The statistician here.
Yeah, so 6:40 here in the third quarter. Chieftains got the ball after some really exciting stuff that really meant nothing. And they put their shoulder down, power forward, and they pick up about 4 on the play. Yeah, it's going to be number 8, Kellen Frankert, adding to that total here. And Frankert has kind of been the go-to rusher for this team. His 10th carry right there as he adds on to that total. And what did we say he had in the first half?
I think 30.
Yeah, he had 38 yards, so add another 4 onto that. 42 yards here in the game. Not a bad start to your season there. And toss it out to wide left. First down for the Chieftains. Didn't catch the number of the wideout. Doesn't matter because you see that familiar trend continuing. All right, number 23, it's official. Adrian Pond had a couple hard hits on defense, gets his first catch of the night.
Yeah, and that's that same play they like going to. It's like a double set on one side of the field. The inside guy takes the inside leverage, and that outside guy just almost blankets right underneath of where he ran that route. These cornerbacks are playing a little far off while the wide receivers giving them too much room to work with.
All right, another first down for the Chieftains here. They're 10th by my count, which could be wrong. High snap, but they're still going to manage to hand it off, and it's going to be number 6, Colin Link, the junior running back, 190 pounds, 5'10", so a stocky fellow, ready to just bulldoze any flyer that gets in the way.
And it's crazy to think that he's probably the third one they've got on the depth chart.
Literally, he is number 3 right now. Yeah. You are absolutely right. And, he did it right there.
Like a loss of 1.
I said he did all right. I mean, it might be his last carry, but
there goes another one.
Okay, he's getting another one. They're just powering his way forward as he continues to churn those legs. So what he lost on the last carry, he regained here. 2-yard carry. We'll give him 2 yards there. So he's got net 1 yard on those 2 carries.
Yeah, and see if they stick to their guns here. See if they just,
yeah.
you know, third down, you're up 37, running clock. You know, just gave up a score. You know, might have a bad taste in your mouth. So get a run here, you know, a little more manageable 4th down situation, and then, you know, no better time than to go for it than now.
3rd down, 9 yards, 3:58 here in the 3rd quarter. It's 37-6. Chieftains dominating. Hit as he throws it. Oh! The intended receiver, number 8, Kellen Frankert, unable to bring it in as he is upended in the air. And, Ellis just not able to get it there. Both of them just hit at the point of the ball being there.
And I wasn't even able to watch the backfield, so I didn't even see him get hit. I was watching one of the routes, but I had been following Frankert the entire time, had him open, just obviously not enough time to be able to set your feet and make a good throw on that.
So Ellis, he got hit right as he was getting ready to throw the ball, wasn't able to fully follow through and rip it, so it floated a little bit, which, you know, forced your receiver to go up and get it. Incomplete. 4th down here for the Chieftains, 4th and 9. They're sitting pretty at the 23-yard line, and let's see if they can keep this consecutive streak going as they're going for the deep one. There it is, touchdown.
What a ball.
Great ball by Ellis as he connects with number 4. He's got his 6th catch. This one for a big touchdown as they punch it in from 23 yards out.
And it looked like it was just almost a one-on-one, a go route. Give your wide receiver a chance to make a play and burn him at the line of scrimmage. And, you know, when you get a quarterback and they put it on the money like that, man, it's, like I said earlier, makes your job a whole lot easier as a wide receiver.
Easy money right there. So 6 drives, 6 touchdowns for the Chieftains tonight. And they have looked good. They've looked every bit of the state championship caliber football team as the PAT is no good. That might be the first negative thing we have to say about them.
Had to miss one.
Yeah.
You got to get one out of the way.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
What a time to do it is now.
2:21 here in the 3rd quarter, and it's all Chieftains as they have grabbed a 43-6 lead, responding to Lake Flyers, who just scored a huge touchdown of their own, 63-yarder. And just like that, they're like, all right, I got you. Hold my Gatorade. I'm doing that.
Yeah. Like, we'll give you guys one, but we're immediately going to punch you right back.
Boy, just like that. Yeah. All right. So with the score again, 43-6, some things we need to do. A little housekeeping here, Brendon, and I believe that 30-point differential rule is something we should start talking about.
Yeah, and something we had, got in pocket from last year. Got a little rule book for ourselves here. So as of right now, if it's agreed upon in the first half, you can do it then. But obviously in the second half, it comes into play. But so the clock is only going to be stopped for the following options here. So for one, it's going to be officials timeout or an injury timeout. Second option could be a charge timeout by the team, obviously. A change of possession, just like what happened for us, which will be the next one will most likely be at the end of the third quarter here, unless we have a big explosive play on this kick return. And another one would be when the score occurs, just like we had gone through as well, possession and score. Then as well as that is an extended delay, which the referee signals say, big dog pile, maybe somebody lost a towel, somebody's got to tie a shoe. Anything that can slow down the pace of the play.
Fake onside kick.
Yeah, fake onside kick.
Yeah. That's too soon. I'm not sure. Short kick, as that's going to give Lake great field possession.
Maybe
flag flying. Yeah, flag went flying. Ball went out of bounds, it looks like, at the 25-yard line. Lake is going to get good field position on this one. Last time they made the most of it. Their first possession of the third quarter, 4 plays, 70 yards, and a touchdown. So a huge offensive possession for them. Let's see if they can keep that thing going right here, as they're going to have to go another 65 yards as they're going to start on the 35 here.
That's something that they're not actually too unfamiliar with here. The last time they scored was on, a 62-yard reception, so.
Yeah, no doubt. They started at the 30 last time, and that was one of the better field positions that they had. A lot of them right around the 20-yard line there in the first half, so they're doing pretty good here. All right, they're looking to pass. Majors rolls to his right, tosses it away, incomplete, second down for the Flyers.
There's just nowhere to go with that ball. No receiver in the area, nobody open. And it looks like he's just rolling out to his right and just had to get rid of it to even give himself a chance at anything on that play.
1:30 left in the third quarter here. Bascom, Ohio. Chieftains have a 43-6 lead. Running clock, of course, as Brendon just kind of outlined for us here. Basically, nothing's going to stop this clock except, the lights went out one year when I was here. That was fun. So things could happen. All right, Majors connects with his receiver. Oh, hit hard as he's drugged down to the ground at the 40-yard line.
That's the only problem that you can have as a skill player like that.
Yeah, he's slow to come up, too.
Yeah. I say getting hit from behind by those big trailing linemen, man, it can take a taxing toll on you.
Yeah, we're going to have a timeout down on the field, which gives us the opportunity here. Let's talk a little bit about Pit Boss Haas City Barbecue. That's right, tonight's Pit Boss Haas brought to you by City Barbecue in Findlay. Whether you're feeding the family or the whole team, City Barbecue has you covered. Catering for parties of any side. That's City Barbecue, serving up the best in the pit for the rest, for the best in the trenches. And, of course, I believe we've also got our fan of the game here. Of course, we had our undercover spies working through the stands this afternoon. And none other than Connor Roush uncovered the fan of the game, which is brought to you by Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. So stay and wait. In that build-up is going to be right there as you see the Flyers get a nice little run for a first down. All right, I think we're ready now. Our fan of the game's coming at you right here, brought to you by Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. Thank you, Aaron Daniel, for being our fan of the game here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
I think we were talking before. It looks like it may be like a Hawaiian theme, maybe a beach theme. You know, like we had said earlier with the weather, it has already felt like a beach theme. We're just missing the sand, which honestly, it's the most annoying part, so I'll take that out, and I'll take the heat if we're going to be having the beach night.
All right.
No sand.
There we have it. Clock is at 0. End of the third quarter from Bascom, Ohio in Chieftains Stadium. It is the Chieftains 43, the visitors from Lake 6.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy.
Make some memories this fall at Riehm Produce Farm's Barnyard Fun Adventures. Take on the corn maze, ride the hayride, catch the pig races, grab some delicious food, fire the pumpkin cannon, and explore more than 30 family-friendly attractions. Barnyard Fun Adventures, September 19th through November 1st at Riehm Produce Farm.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back as Rodriguez breaks a huge run as he's scampering up to the 22-yard line. Oh, goodness, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 32 yards for number 5, Julian Rodriguez.
That's what we've seen earlier, just waiting for one of those big plays to develop. Obviously, they've been able to give them the ball in the passing game, get those big explosive plays, but we haven't seen anything yet out of the rushing game until now. Finally able to break one loose.
Yeah, that's his 7th carry. His first 6 carries, he got 10 yards total, Brendon, and then he got 32 there on that last one. So that's a huge one. Break him out of that funk here. 1st and 10 for the Flyers from the 20-yard line. And they're going to give it right back to Rodriguez. He's going to go off to the right side, patiently working. He's got some space. 15, taken down at the 15-yard line by the Chieftain defense. And that's going to be a 7-yard gain for number 5, Julian Rodriguez.
I mean, he's just carrying defenders with him. I mean, I think he got hit at least 4 times before he had gotten past the line of scrimmage. still carrying guys with him.
And he's going to have to come out and get a breather after those two runs.
Big plays,
Hard,
yeah.
those are big boy runs right there.
It might not have been a first down, but he ran a whole lot of yards east and west.
Absolutely here. Of course, we got a Riehm Produce Farm red zone angle for you on the screen as the Lake Flyers threatening to put up another touchdown. Their last drive worked out for them. 4 plays, 70 yards, and a score. And they're working on this one. They're up to 6 plays right now. Make that 7 on this drive. And the offense has been looking pretty good here in the second half. Great adjustments by the Flyers coaching staff.
Yeah, and, not like I said, you can't get all, at this point, 37 points back in once. So, why not chip down? You might not be able to win this game, but you can bring that momentum coming into that week 2 game. Establish some things, see what works, see what doesn't work, and give you a little bit of a foundation to work off of for that week 2 game.
3rd and 1 for the Flyers as they're up to the 13-yard line. And it's going to be number 15, KJ Majors under center, and he's going to give it to number 2, Jackson Reimers. First down. Reimers had a huge touchdown catch on the last drive. A big first down in the red zone for the Flyers right here.
They're just gritting their way down the field, and I think Hopewell may have the second team out there, but still, no slouch at all. And the Flyers have just, had that big play, and now they're just grinding their way in the red zone. See if the Chieftains can have a red zone stand here.
Now, make sure we got about 9 minutes. You want to make sure you stay tuned here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We're going to have our post-game player of the game brought to you by Benchwarmers. So you want to stick around for all the post-game coverage that we've got going on here. And make sure you get all of our scores from around the area as well. That's all right here at Heart of Ohio Sports, HeartofOhioSports.com. Check us out on YouTube. We've got the Instagram, the X, we used to call it Twitter for those of you that prefer Twitter. Facebook, we got you covered everywhere we go. Do we still have a Twitch? I think we got a Twitch, or we had a Twitch. All right.
We had it at one point, I know that.
Yeah, so you want to check us out no matter what. HeartofOhioSports.com. You want to go right there. All your media coverage, sporting coverage here for the Seneca County area, live and in person right there for you. All right, it's going to be Rodriguez touchdown. How about that? Number 5, Julian Rodriguez just dances right on in. 7-yard score on his 9th run. And that's a second consecutive touchdown for the Flyers. And this offense is starting to click.
Yeah, and like I said, probably a little too much, or too little too late here for the Flyers, unfortunately. But like I said, you gotta give yourself some type of momentum to work off of next week. So Flyers line up for PAT here. It looks to be like
it's good. It's good. All right, so 43-13. Chieftains still have a huge lead over the Flyers, but they've made some work of it here in the second half. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, and they put up some pretty big yards, 135 yards in the process. And that's where the score stands here from Bascom, Ohio. There you go. Snack Shack.
Sounds
got
good to
pizza.
me.
Got pizza, guys.
I'm going to need something after sweating off all those, everything that came out of my body the first hour and a half we were here. Got to replenish it with something.
All right. Hey, I want to make sure we say thank you to all of our sponsors here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We got so many dedicated, businesses in the community that help keep us going all season long. So thank you, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Clouse Construction, Riehm Produce Farm, City Barbecue, SS Cleaning Services, Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Forte Music, Adventure Driving, First National Bank of Sycamore, Vicek Orthodontics, Benchwarmers, Restaurant and Delivery, Feasel's Frame, Ohio Army National Guard, UIS Insurance and Investments, Till Death Tattoo and Piercings in Willard, and Rodgers Flowers, all proud sponsors of Heart of Ohio Sports.
So you can say it here for both
All right, so check on our fan of the game here, brought to you by Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. Still to come, our player of the game, brought to you by Benchwarmers, so you want to make sure that you guys stay tuned here on the Extreme, as we've got more action still to come.
On the return there, a little bit of fight out of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't tell who it was, but they were bucking off some defenders and fighting for some yards on the kick return. It's gonna be 24.
All right, so hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at the scoreboard there, it's still a 30-point differential, so we will have a running clock continue after we get this offensive series rolling here. The clock has stopped at the moment. Again, if my math is correct, and it could be wrong, there's still a 30-point differential in this one.
Yep.
And I believe we're going to start to see some new names and faces for the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains, as you're going to start to get some of those sophomores, juniors in there, and a chance to shine on Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, and especially with even some of them being freshmen, man, they get their first taste of being underneath the Friday Night Lights. You know, give the new guys some reps here, and then give the older guys a little bit of a break.
All right, absolutely. All right, I believe it was Bryler Brickman, the freshman Brickman here, and he gets a nice little carry. 4 yards on the scamper.
Man, you can lose him in the big view of all the big defensive linemen, man, but he was still pushing that pile forward.
He's listed at 5'7", 140 pounds. A little fella, yeah.
Yeah, but he was scampering around. He made a good effort on that.
I think scamper is the best word you could use to describe it, but absolutely, he's moving. Moving and grooving, that's all you can ask for there. So number 18, Bryler Brickman, with a carry to get things rocking and rolling on this fourth quarter drive. And, they started up at the 35-yard line on this. That's the worst. Almost, no, I take that back. They started at the 30-yard line once. Otherwise, that could be the worst. High snap handled by Brickman, given to another youngster. First down for the Chieftains. And we'll make sure we give that young man a shout-out. Was it 24?
I think it was him again, yeah.
Was it 24? I can't see.
It's hard to see it, yeah. He's got to turn his body.
Turn and wiggle. All right, we're going to go with 24.
There we
go.
go.
Hampton, the sophomore running back. He and Brickman getting that going there, and first down for Hampton.
Yeah, wasn't anything different than off of the kick return, man. Hampton just carrying the pile. And I looking at the roster there, I don't think he's a whole lot more than 140 either.
No, not at all. So it's about, 12 yards on that one right there?
Yep.
Pretty close to it. So first and 10 again. And, I just keep forgetting to mark those first downs. And Chieftains doing pretty good. Another high snap. Brickman handles it, scampers out to the left side, works his way up. He's got space, 45, 40. One more person. He's still going. 20, 10. 5, touchdown, Chieftains!
Oh, there's a flag. Come on. Flag in the backfield.
Right now,
Stripes
Brickman
just had to ruin it for the younger Brickman, trying to be like his older brother.
Right now, the younger Brickman has a 54-yard touchdown run, but there is a flag near the line of scrimmage.
And a lot of
and I
refs
think
are
they're bringing it back. They're bringing it back indeed.
Man.
Oh, goodness. Man, it would have been a party in the Brickman household tonight.
They would have had a good night for sure.
No doubt.
That's an opening night tailgate party. Whatever you gotta go, whatever B word that would go for a party. The Brickman, whatever. The Brickman bash. The Brickman. I want to say a brunch a little later on for that.
Man, where's Connor Roush? We need to get the Brickman family right in front of our booth here.
We might as well just interview the dad.
Exactly. We need to get some of the insider stuff. Yeah. I wonder how competitive the two of them are.
Well, they've had 3 boys.
3 boys coming through here, yeah.
3 B Brickmans.
Oh, goodness. All right, so what was an incredible 54-yard touchdown run is brought back, and you can see the expression on the faces of the coaches. They're like, dang it, because what a way to light it up. So they're brought back. They're now at the 39-yard line after the penalty, and we're going to do this all over again.
Would have been a big one.
It would have been a huge one, absolutely, here. High snap, Brickman hands it off. It's going to be number 24, Hampton. He's got space. He's going to get around 1 tackle, 2 tackle. He's going to have to be taken down after 5 tackles. And that is a huge gain. Holy cow, that's 20 yards there for Hick.
And Hampton, the same thing. Got that ball, took it to the outside. Great blocking, great steal by number 5. I'm not sure, can't see last names from here, but number 5 stealing off the edge, giving his running back a little bit of room to get moving, and Hampton just took advantage of that and also took some guys down with him at the end of the run.
Gracious, Hampton, he's got 2 carries here on this drive for 36 yards. He's doing some work.
They said, I like how you run the ball, Brickman and Franker, but, when I get my time to shine, I'm going to get them big chunks.
Yeah, you got it.
Thanks for wearing everybody down for me. Now it's my time to shine and get these big chunks out of the way.
That kid looks smooth out there. That's all I got to say.
Yes,
Silky
sir.
smooth. All right, 1st and 10 after Hampton gets another first down. It's going to be Brickman. Rolls off to the left. He's going to be hit, taken down. Short gain, though.
Not able to get past that last defender. And that running back was able to get upfield and got a good block for him. Just that last guy behind him able to chase him down.
And that was the same play that they ran on the touchdown that was called back. Just not able to hit that crease and get through the defenders. So it's going to be 2nd down after, we'll call it a 3-yard gain by Brickman.
And the clock just continues to roll and roll.
2 minutes left in tonight's contest, 43-13. Hopewell-Loudon leading Lake. But the Chieftains are driving. Young pups want to shine tonight, and they've done just that as Hampton gets the ball, and he's going to carry it up to the 35-yard line. And I tell you, this future is bright for Coach Calatrulio because these young fellas, they've looked pretty sharp in the limited time they've had here on the field.
Yeah, and I was complimenting the 3rd-string running back earlier, and you got the 4th one out there, and honestly, you can't really tell the difference between most of them anyways. All of them just big plays, grind, put their head down, and, not a lot of them are getting pushed backward. No. A lot of them are flowing forward every time they run that ball. So.
I mean, Hampton, he's averaging about 10 yards a carry right now. That's not a bad average to carry on Friday night.
Yeah, I get to rest that first half. Maybe a couple special teams here and there. My body's ready to go once I'm in that 4th quarter. Give my time to shine.
1 minute left in the contest. 3rd and 6 for the Chieftains here. High snap. Brickman carries it off to the right side. He's got a little space around one defender. He's moving. 20, 15. Cuts it back in. Touchdown! Brickman's like, give me that tutty back.
There
Touchdown.
Will be a Brickman bash tonight. I'm going to call it now.
Goodness.
Staple it.
Yeah.
Trademark it, whatever you got to do. The Brickman bash is happening tonight.
26 yards, and little Brickman gets a touchdown, and it's just a thing of beauty right there.
And the way he moves, man, he might have been watching his brother a little bit growing up because a lot of them moves, man, that last juke at the end of that drive, give him a little bit of speed, a little bit of action here and there, but just the shiftiness at the end of that run made it look easy.
It looks like 7 plays, 65 yards, and a Brickman touchdown.
It's almost a walk-off touchdown because that's going to be our game.
And with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 left, that's how it's going to end, ladies and gentlemen. From one Brickman touchdown to another Brickman touchdown here. The Chieftains come through, and they absolutely dominate the visiting Lake Flyers. Our final score from Bascom, Ohio at Chieftains Stadium. Hopewell-Loudon 49, Lake 13. Take a moment, let it soak in. We're going to come back here for our post-game show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
High school football lives here. This is Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today. Every game-changing play. All the breathtaking catches. Every punishing run. And the bone-jarring hits. Friday Night Lights are on Heart of Ohio Sports. Heart of Ohio Sports is your home for live video streaming of high school football. Don't settle for the rest when you can go with the best, right here on the pulse of the Buckeye State, Heart of Ohio Sports.
Matthew. Huh? Oh. I know that a lot of times, Mom, it might not seem like I'm listening to you, but I am. And what you say really does matter to me.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me, and they make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for preparing me for what's ahead.
Thanks, Mom, for always being my biggest fan.
Thank you for talking.
Talk. They hear you.
Visit carsa.org for prevention tips and community resources.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
Put your game face on. Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
Let's go! Boom! This is my house! Let's go! Hey, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The best rivalries make you better. Heart of Ohio Sports. Hey, let's go! Let's go!
Prevent opioid and stimulant misuse in your teen sports journey. Keep all medications locked and only use them as prescribed. Talk openly about the dangers of misusing painkillers and stimulants. Work with healthcare providers to find safe alternatives for pain and focus. Protect their future. Prevent misuse. Visit carsa.org for prevention tips and community resources.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Bascom, Ohio at Chieftains Stadium as the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains kick off the season 1-0 with a 49-13 victory over the visiting Lake Flyers. Dominic, Helmstetter, Brendon, Blott here, and we really did have an exciting football game, and it really got kicked off with the Chieftains as they put the pedal to the metal, and they just went through, and we've got 7 offensive possessions and 7 touchdowns that's the name of the game right there.
Man, you can't get any better than that. Week 1, some people may come in, think that, losing those seniors, you might skip a beat. Week 1 woes. But that's not the case at all, what we saw today. It looked like they took the replica of their offense last year and put it out there on the field today.
Yeah.
Almost like they were playing the state championship again.
And we can't forget about the defense there, because the defense did an outstanding job. That first half against Lake, they only gave up about 33 total yards to Lake and shut them out. So that is an incredible defensive effort there by the Chieftains as well, just dominating all phases of it. Their average field possession, their beginning point there was about the 35-yard line. So great job, 3 phases. You got special teams holding it down. You've got the defense doing their thing, and then the offense was just unstoppable.
And there's nothing you could do on either side of the ball today.
Yeah, no question at all. All right, so let's go back to one of our keys to the game there. We were talking about that establish an early run, but also that line of scrimmage, and nothing speaks line of scrimmage quite like our new feature to our broadcast here. And we've got our Pit Boss Hoss of the game brought to you by City Barbecue here. Of course, our Pit Boss Hoss, City Barbecue in Findlay. Whether you're feeling family, whole team, City Barbecue, they've got you covered with catering, parties, everything. And they've got us covered here with the hoss of the game, and that goes to number 55, Joe Ewald.
And, I mean, it could have been given to almost any lineman, offensive or defensive, on that Chieftains line today. They were putting in work out there, man. Both sides of the ball, just coming down and doing what they got to do in the dirty deeds.
Yeah. And you could see him there on the right side of the screen, our big boss, hoss of the game, Joe Ewald. Congratulations, young man. And, of course, the other 2 honors that we have to bestow upon the Chieftains here is familiar name, you might say. So let's start with the play of the game. And, Brendon, you called it here, a walk-off.
Yeah, I mean, the game started with a Brickman touchdown, and it ended with a Brickman touchdown. And both of them looked about the exact same. Agile, shifty, making people miss, and, man, it was a work of art.
Our play of the game brought to you by SS Cleaning Services. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Number 18, Bryler Brickman, ripped off a 26-yard touchdown, and there it is. That's how the football game ended, as the clock ran to 0 after that one. And that's going to be one happy family, because not just did Bryler get a touchdown, but his older brother did pretty good himself. All right, he's not a bad football player. Number 7, he had 5 carries, 36 yards, 3 catches, 33 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So that's 4 touchdowns for the Brickman family tonight, as you've got Bryler holding up our play of the game, the walk-off itself, and our Benchwarmers player of the game goes to number 7, Brody Brickman.
Man, did he have a game. I mean, all sides of the ball. I know he was out there playing some defense as well, but, man, that offensive side of the ball, man, he was just having his way. Whatever he wanted. I think he had, one reception, receiving touchdown, and then I think he put 2 in by himself, running the ball. So there was just no way for them to be stopped at all, either side of the ball, man. He was just a beast.
And we talked a little bit about how Coach Colatrulio, this first game is a tone setter. It's not preseason, and I think we know what the level of expectation really looks like here in Hopewell-Loudon.
Yeah, and that tone was set today. Yeah. We talked before the game, the identities. How is week 1 going to start for either one of the teams? Lake being 2-8. Hopewell, having a pretty great season last year, a 13-2. That last loss being in the state championship. So both teams, trying to figure out what they were going to do coming out this year, if they were going to stick to that identity, it's a different identity, or if the identity they thought they were going to stick to even worked. Hopewell-Loudon today, I mean, the first half it worked. I mean, it worked even with the backups and even with, second string, third string guys. And, for Lake, obviously, not a great first half. And the second half, though, I mean, they came out and, they put up some points on the board, whether or not it was, against the ones, but still, like I was talking in the broadcast, you got to get something to work towards week 2. You got to.
Yeah,
you got to have something to work towards.
All right. Hey, before we wrap it up here, we want to take a look at our sister station here. Live football still happening in Tiffin, Ohio. The Fremont Ross Little Giants have a 22-21 lead over Columbian. But here, I believe late in the fourth quarter, the Tornadoes, they are driving as they've been able to push the ball inside the 20-yard line, and they're looking to run it in as it appears that the quarterback was sacked. So we've got a close football game here. Did you say a minute 35?
Minute 35, and this is almost the exact same scenario as last year, but Columbian had to end up put up a touchdown last year, but was in the red zone. One score down at the game last year. So this is nothing unfamiliar for either team.
Absolutely, and it's going to come down to this red zone possession here. So make sure you switch over to the other broadcast and catch the last moments of that as Columbian, they're trying to scratch and claw their way to a week 1 victory here. So, all right, we're looking around here for Vaden, Jacob, for Connor, for Brendon. My name's Dominic Helmstetter. Thank you very much for tuning in to Heart of Ohio Sports, and we'll be back next week, some way, somehow, here on The Extreme.